Well, it's day one here in Vegas, and I basically have just been taking things out, sorting them, and then reorganizing all of them. But I had to come out to the van to grab a couple things so that we can get dressed. We're about to run some errands. We have some fun things in store, but we need to get some groceries for the week. And then we also need to get a few things for us to go out and do things. And I think Tyson found me. Hi, buddy. Okay, so with that said, you could probably see some things have changed since the last video upload. My hair is definitely a brighter, more bold color now, and I decided I wanted to do that just to have a little bit of fun. I have a video going up on my Try channel pretty quickly so you can see what product I used and what the process was like, and I will be dropping a link for that in this video so you can see it, so check out the description box. Okay, we got dressed. Now we're not going to be taking the van. The van is actually going to be staying here. We're going to take a car instead. It's just easier to move around and there's real seats. Off to run our errands, and Riley is driving us. Yay! We have a few errands to run. We need a couple things so that we can do some cool stuff while we're here in Vegas. A few of the places that we're going to are going to be a little bit more fancy, so we want to make sure that we are dressed accordingly. And I don't have any of my fancy things, so I've been kind of picking up a few things here and there as we've gone, but there's a couple small things that I'm still lacking. Not to mention, since I changed my hair color, I'm gonna have to change a couple pieces of my makeup. I usually do this anytime I do change my hair color just because then it fits the coloration that I have, but you can see that since I shaved my head, first and foremost, this part of my head has not gotten any sun, so it's super pale, and then this part has, so I'm gonna have to make these two kind of match. So I'm gonna look for some new foundation. And also, you guys always ask me about my lip products. Well, I am going to Ulta today to see if they have the brand that I really enjoy, and if they don't, I'm gonna look to see if they have something else I might want. Now, I know this isn't our typical adventure day, nor is it our typical van life day. However, I do want to show these pieces of adventuring with you because, again, whenever I first started out, my adventures were very different than the van journey. I would be in a tent and then I would go and hang out with friends in different places and share cool stuff. But along the way, there's also the mundane, normal stuff. So that's what we're doing today, mundane and normal. Well, maybe. In another video, you'll see what we end up actually doing, and it's far from mundane. We're starting off with Ulta. I love Ulta, and this is where I get my lip stuff usually. I'll show you the brand. Oh no, guys, they don't have my lip product here, but there's a couple other things I'm gonna get, so I'll show you what they are in a minute. Okay, I have a bag of goodies. I'll show you what we got whenever we get to the car, but I really needed a few of these things, and I've kind of been overdue on some of them also. With that said, I spent a little bit more than I normally would at Ulta. They apparently no longer are stocking my Ofra lip stuff at most Ultas. It's such a bummer, but you can still order it online. The company is called Ofra, and I like the long-lasting liquid matte lip. Those are wonderful. That's what you always see me wearing on the channel, but because I couldn't get that, I have something that I think is similar to that I'm going to show you. But before I show you that, we have a couple more stops. So we're going to Daiso. Now, Daiso is one of those places that if you've never been, you should go at least once. It's a really cool, like, store. I don't know how exactly to explain it, but I'll show you. Riley.
It's basically the Asian version of like Dollar Tree or like Five Below or stuff like that. It's cute little knickknacks and stuff.
They have some cool things that you can cook with in here too, so I always enjoy going in. So let's see if we can find anything that's probably not necessary, but might be, who knows? Oh guys, they have a bunny chopstick holder. Now I already have a unicorn one, so I don't need it, but it's really cute. So I'm gonna leave this here even though it's only $1. Look at this section, guys. So many nice things. So many things that would do well in the van, like what? Oh, this is the section that I always am sad that I can't carry more of in the van. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Like you can have your own little boxes, and then look, you can stamp out from the little seaweed the faces. And then there's a bunny one that you can actually make into like a mold for rice and stuff like that. That's so cute. I also really appreciate the resourcefulness of these little packs. Yeah, this is problematic. Guys, look at this. It has a carabiner on the fork. This is perfect for van life. Speaking of van life, they have an outdoor section here that's pretty nice. They have different things that you can cook on. They have, looks like a little dry bags. They have some little crates and grates. Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff here, even some tent stakes. Oh, and look at this. They have a little wind shelter. That's kind of nice also, or a sun shelter. And they just pop down. This would fit in the roof box. It looks like Riley's down there finding something too. Let's go catch up and see what she has. It looks like a pop-out sink. Yep, sink. Sure enough, pop-out sink.
Yeah, it's smaller than the one I have.
Yeah?
Which makes me wonder if I should use it to do, like, to switch out my other one. But the other one thing has
the cutting board. Yeah. Guess what? They also have some outdoor section stuff in this direction right here. Okay, so Riley, you're sitting down in the store.
Yep.
Are you having a contemplative moment over the stool?
Well, you should get it for yours because that way when we all hang out in your van, it's just right there.
You have a stool though.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like mine's too big sometimes. And also, this is not coming back together. There we go.
I also found these, so I'm going to try these out as well. So, yeah, I'll probably review these over on my Try channel. I don't know, maybe. And this is my favorite section of the Daiso store because they have all of the really unique flavors. And so I might get a couple of these to try out also. I mean, like really, I might try some different kinds of ramen. I'm not sure yet though. So if you'd like to see me try some other ramen on the other channel, let me know. Okay, for now, I think I'm just going to start with these. This will give us some good options for going with the hair. Don't know how these are going to work. Haven't really tried this particular style, so yeah. Okay, we did go ahead and decide to pick one of these up. I'm going to try this real quick because I'm thirsty, and it looked really yummy, so here we go. You guys know what I say. Everything can be an adventure, including what you consume. So strawberry milk, here we go. That's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's different. It's not like the normal.
I really like that. It's not like so chalky like some milk is. It's very like fresh and refreshing. This is a great way to, you know, have a little time out before we do our next store, which happens to be Ross. Now, if you've never shopped at Ross before, Ross is a great place to find inexpensive clothes and also furnishings. I've actually bought some things for base camp from Ross, and I really like going shopping there. So we're gonna go and see if we can't find something that is Vegas ready. Riley, in the meantime, still being our driver.
Hit a curb. Oops.
Yeah. You know, van life is just part of the struggle sometimes. Also, sometimes just driving. I guess you guys can see we found some stuff. And then there's Riley. Riley has a whole handful of stuff too. We're still in the debate phase though. Okay, Ross was a success. We did end up with a few things. It's always stressful when you have to go in and buy clothes because clothes are just weird, okay? So there's no sizing that is universal for all clothes. Nope. So you can't just go into a store and be like, I am this size. Yep. You have to try everything on, which is also why I love/hate online shopping. Yep. So I put off buying new clothes for a really long time as a result of this. And so because of that, now it's time that I need a few small things. So I found a couple, and Riley found more than I did.
Well, I do this thing where when I can't decide in store, I just buy it all, and then later I return what I don't need. Because I'm kind of a lazy shopper.
It's okay. Plus she's at, you know, base camp, so she has the accessibility to space. So if she does like all of it, she can keep all of it and it not be that big of a deal. Now we're gonna go to Walmart because we want to get some cheap jewelry, and I'm looking for a belt. I bought this one thing that's super cute, but it's like super oversized, and I think it just needs a little bit of a belt. So I'm gonna go do that. I haven't had a belt in my van since the beginning of my channel. Like when I first would travel, I would wear jeans a lot, so I would have a belt. Now I don't love jeans. Jeans are just harder to put on in a small space when you can't stand up sometimes. Again, referencing not all things are similar in size. And when you are curvy like I am, it can get problematic for putting on pants in a confined space sometimes. It just is what it is. That's the reality of van life. I told you today's video was still going to factor into van life. It's just a little bit different version. So, Walmart, here we come. Here we come, Walmart. Here we come. Could we go to another place like a Target or something like that? Absolutely. But we're literally in the same parking lot as we were a while ago, so it just makes it easier. And, you know, Walmart's a good standby. We shop there all the time on the road, so why not while we're in a base camp area? You know? Okay, we found stuff. We are now finished for the day. We were going to make another errand, but that's going to happen tomorrow. As you can see, the sun is moving since it gets dark here so early.
We're gonna go Sam's Club too.
Oh, Riley said we have one more stop. Where was it?
We're going to Sam's Club.
So we're going to Sam's Club too.
For some groceries.
We need to eat while we're here, and we're not gonna just spend money at every single place that we go just to eat, you know? We are gonna do that too, and we'll show you that as we do it. But for now, we have to get some actual groceries because we're gonna be here for a week. Riley, did you just go to a Subaru that was not yours?
Correct.
Yeah.
I forgot that I'm not driving my Subaru. I'm driving my dad's car.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. You missed that. Okay, guys, we are waiting on a pizza at the cafe now. Riley had this great idea that we needed to eat pizza tonight, maybe.
Yes, we got one of those giant, I think it's a 16-inch pizza for only $8.98.
Yeah, so if you have a Sam's membership, this is a good way to get pizza that is much less expensive than a lot of the major places that you could go. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the pizza. You can see it's huge, and look. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was only $8, guys. That thing is huge. Okay, we just got back to Riley's base camp, and I wanted to show you what I picked up at Ulta. I would have done this in the car, but as you can see, it's a lot of different stuff. I was out of several things and kind of low on some things, so I went ahead and just picked up all the different stuff, and then also a few things that'll work well with my hair. So for example, normally I wouldn't be buying my MAC foundation, but I really love this stuff, and I haven't purchased it in a while, so I went ahead and picked one up. And then I was completely out of setting spray. So again, I went in with MAC. It's the best one that I've ever tried. I've tried several. This one's been the standby for years for me. So these two items normally aren't something that I would splurge on, but I do use them and they last a long time. A good foundation will last you a super long time because it's not as watery. I need some more lash glue. I needed some more primer, so I'm trying out this one. I haven't tried it before, but it has really great reviews, so we shall see. I love The Ordinary as a brand. As many of you know, I've been using some of their things in my daily routine, so I decided to pick up this hyaluronic acid, which is a hydrator, and so you put this on before you prep your skin for everything else. I'm super excited because, again, I really love this brand. Then I picked up a couple things from NYX Cosmetics. These are two things that I'm going to be trying out. Of course, you saw that I did get some other lip products also. This is the one that I have found to be the closest dupe to my Ofra, this particular brand, which is the NYX Lingerie XXL. So we're going to try this shade. And this is my favorite thing that I purchased all day. And as you can hear, Tyson is super excited that we made it back. This is actually a makeup palette that is a pinkish style palette. I have another palette that also is going to be very complimentary, but with the pink, I wanted to go ahead and get a fully pink shadow palette that I knew was going to be super pigmented, and this is Juvia's Place. Their shadows are super, super pigmented. So this one isn't for the faint of heart if you don't like a lot of pigment, but I love the bold looks that can be created with this. So let me show you what it looks like. Now this is why we buy makeup directly from good companies, because it comes protected. So not only could I go to Ulta and see this in person so I can see what color it is, but also all of their packaging is really nice so that everything is protected so that whenever you get it home, it's not busted up, which is nice. Okay, are you ready? Ooh, it's so pretty. I love it. Now these shades are absolutely gorgeous. There's one that's more of a pinky tone. It actually kind of looks orangey in here because of the light, but it's actually like a super pink. And then this one over on the side is also more of a rose shade. I'm not sure why this light makes it look like this, but this is an all pink palette. So I'm really excited. This is gonna work really well with my hair. I mean, look at this. It's still a little weird, but you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I can't wait. The Get Ready With Me is gonna be epic for this one. I will again be sharing that, and I'm gonna just kind of talk to you guys a little bit more about why I do what I do and why I pick the products that I do, but I'm also gonna do it in kind of a fun way that's a little different, that reminds me of something that's from the past. You'll see when it comes out. I think you'll like it. So now guys, I'm just gonna take all of the boxes and throw them away because, well, why not? I mean, we'd like to make sure that we get rid of things in places that we can. And while we are stationary, this is a great place for us to reduce some of the things that will be in the van when it comes to packaging. Remember, everything stores better when it's not in an extra box that takes up room. I mean, look at this size comparison here. That's how much extra space that we would be using in the van. That's at least another 1.5 inches of just packaging. And of course, like with this guy, here was the box, here's the palette. I think you can see, You can do the math on this one. Another one, the Fix Plus. That's a huge one because look at this. Like square versus round. This will fit in my makeup kit easily. This would not. So, bye-bye. Good morning, adventurers. As you can see, I didn't share anything from last night. I am super congested. The desert has been doing the desert thing again. So I just took a mucus relief and we're going to try this again today. We're going to get out and do something. We have some plans. I just need to feel better. Sometimes this is what happens. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. So for the time being, until this mucus relief kicks in, I'm going to be couch locked. Now, if I was in the van and this happened, I would still be stuck in a position. I'd probably just stay in bed until I feel better because being in the outside, it hurts so bad right now with all the dust. But since I am in the inside, I can do a few other things. I still probably will nap and make myself feel better though because we have a lot to do while here in Vegas. Oh my goodness. Sometimes life is just weird, guys. It's just weird. In an interesting turn of events, we are back to cutting hair again. I already cut mine, but now I'm gonna cut Riley's. Now we have several factors working against us. I think you can see we're going to the outside and it is bright and I have sensitive eyes. So will I be able to see? I have no idea. We're gonna try, but also we have this. Riley, what are you wearing? Are you wearing a spaceship?
My dad got this a while ago and I used to make fun of it, but it's so funny. So you put this over your head so that it'll catch, it's like a hair catcher as you're cutting your hair.
Okay.
It looks so stupid, but it's actually quite genius.
I thought since we were in Vegas that you had gone to Area 51. I had no idea. And then you were like, hi, can you cut my hair? And I was like, okay.
And then after you shave it, we're gonna use this makeup brush.
Okay.
To wipe the hair off the back of my neck.
That's not the weirdest thing. I mean,
that'd be great.
So now we just have to find out where to plug this in, and we're doing this all outside. Again, I'm partially blind right now because it's so bright. So this is the face I'm going to be making the whole time because the Vegas sun is wild. Okay, so here.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe? Oh no, oh no. How many people does it take to do a haircut in the outdoors? Apparently more than 2 of us. Okay, I'm backwards too. Yeah, it's one of those days, guys. I told you I was kind of under the weather, feeling weird, and this is reflecting that. Okay, so Riley sit, Riley stand. I think you're doing squats. Okay, cool. Probably sit, I would think. Okay, so she's gonna get the hair cutting setup up, and then here we go. And then after this, I will be wrapping up this video because, well, we've taken you on a lot of journeys and I don't know that you wanted to come on any of them, but hi, we're here. We also have ambiance from the Air Force Base right now. Yeah, so here we go. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, are you ready for this?
I guess so.
Now, Riley.
Yeah.
Explain to the people on my channel why you like to do an undercut.
Because I have very thick hair, so it gets really hot easily, especially since we live in the outdoors. And this helps keep my head cool, but I still keep the long hair on top of my head so that if I get cold, I can let my hair down.
Truth. So in my case, I don't have that accessibility to long hair, so I end up just wearing a hat. So that's why I wear so many hats. But your hair is super thick. Oh my goodness.
It's very thick, yeah. And it's been a minute since I've cut it off. It used to be that like shaving the head can last me like a couple months. Now, like after a month, it grows like, oh, my glasses.
My glasses! Now, the last time that I trimmed Riley's hair, someone said that they were upset because I did this and they didn't understand why. And so that's why I wanted to ask Riley why she does it. I understand that not everybody wants to rock short hair, and that's fine. I'm not trying to like get her to do what I'm doing. But I did want her to explain because her reasoning for having short hair is very different than mine. Because I have baby fine hair, so I don't have a lot of it. And that's why I keep mine shorter, because it looks thicker. But Riley has the opposite problem. She has too much hair, and so she burns up. And I can definitely tell you just from even like touching her hair right now as we cut it, because it is darker, that it is radiating heat, whereas mine is still pretty cold from the inside. So yeah, we're gonna finish this up and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we're going to go get the other trimmers now because unlike myself, where I have this massive chunk of head right over here, Riley has her hairline is much smaller down on the shave. So I'm gonna go get mine because my trimmer is much smaller. Plus I just cleaned it, so it's not a big deal. In my handy dandy van bag, and out comes this guy. Yes. Okay, here we go, guys. I have this one, and just to kind of show you, this is what I travel with. If you haven't seen it before, it's just a little USB rechargeable thing, and then I have different guards. I need to find the one because she is using a one. I use a half. So that's the difference in our hair. I mean, actually she said she wanted a half, so we'll go with the half.
Yeah.
To all my barber friends, you know, it works. Don't question it. It's working actually kind of well. Like all of that hair is now gone. And now it's on this little cape thing, which is kind of genius, but also kind of was awkward to see her try to get into because again, it looks like a spaceship.
It does, it's awkward, but you actually end up being like, this is awesome.
Just gonna keep doing this though, because we're trying to make sure that I haven't missed any spots. And I think that I need to go over like just right here a little bit more, but otherwise I think we're pretty good. Okay, we finished with the haircut and we trimmed up the back and got the dead ends off and stuff. So Riley is now road ready. I'm going to undo the Velcro for her. And this is how the cape works. So,
wow.
In theory, no hair got anywhere.
Well, I mean,
and then she can put it in the trash.
It's easier this way, you see.
Ooh.
Gross, but it's easier.
Good job.
There's still, I mean, I still have tiny bits of hair in there, which is to be expected, but the chunks of it are over there instead of all over the outside.
Yay! And now Riley's hair is ready to go for the next adventure.
Woo!
Which means that I'm going to wrap up this video because Riley's going to take a shower, then I'm going to take a shower. My sinuses are feeling a little bit better. It's a little bit later in the day and we have some plans today for something super fun. So I will be sharing that with you on the upcoming uploads while we're here in Vegas. I can't wait. But thanks for coming along with us for this kind of like random video of the reality of what it is that we do. Now, a lot of times whenever you're in a city, yes, you could go get a haircut. You could go pay somebody to do that. But the one thing that I've learned on the road is that as you're on the road and you're traveling from place to place, having the ability to do things like coloring your own hair or cutting your own hair really can be helpful, because when you're going from salon to salon, the consistency is just not there. So being self-sufficient in your van, but also in your regular everyday life is super important. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and I appreciate you guys coming along for our like mundane times too. Until next time guys, bye!